Where's it going out there, everybody? This is Jordan Jones. Welcome to the Super Punch-Out Speedrun tutorial. We're going to do Gabby J all the way through Nick Bruiser, every single opponent, how you speedrun them. We'll start off with Gabby J, the easiest opponent of the game. So what we're going to do is, first you should learn the buffered first phase, which will beat the first phase, at least the first phase, at 20.65 every single time. For this, you just keep buffering Y over and over again for the buffered first phase, and it's actually very simple to do. This is what you should learn when you're practicing buffering, because it's the buffered first phase with Gabby J. And he's down at 20.65, it works 100% of the time. Here's a speedrun strat. Basically what we're going to do for a speedrunning strat is, we're just going to wait until his guard drops. So when his guard drops, we want to pop him in the face. Notice I'm holding up and Y right after his guard drops, so I can pop him in the face. You don't buffer the first punch, you wait till his guard drops. If you buffer the first punch, he's just going to block it. And then it's up and Y for the 5 times. You don't buffer the first one, but buffer the next 4. And then you want to hit the counter on this one by hitting him right before he hits you. There is a buffer that can help with that. I'll show that later, but I messed up on hitting the counter because, but that's okay. I'm not pausing just to show you, but pausing is actually the trick. The trick to this part. After you pause it, just hold A before unpause it again. And you'll buffer a super. And then the trick to the... After you land the super, the trick to the DZ is right when he's standing in the very middle of the screen. That's when you want your super to hit him like this. And you should get 6.41 with this, but it's easy to do if you can pull off the buffer. And I recommend using the buffer, because if you use the buffer, it makes it a lot easier. That's how you do it without the buffer, of course, and that's the trick to that. It's easy to do if you can pull off the buffer. For every single opponent, we're just going to be using the buffer. This is 6.41, and that's actually pretty decent Gabby J times. So now we're going to do the buffer, which is left body blow, right body blow, uppercut. There is a buffer that can help with hitting the counter. I'll show that at the end of the video. We're just going to hit the counter the normal way now. Okay, the buffer is left body blow, right body blow, uppercut. 6.50, so you want to pause as soon as you hit the counter. You want to hit the pause button, hold down A, and then hit the pause start button again to unpause it. And then you want to do a buffer, which is left body blow, right body blow, uppercut. Works every time. You should get 6.28 with this one, or 6.30. 6.28 is what I end up getting right there. I'm not sure if that ties the world record time or not. I'm not sure, but it's a really good time. And this is the best I've ever done at this for speedrunning. But you should learn the buffered first phase before you learn the rest of the speedrunning, to help you get used to buffering punches. To buffer, you want to hold down the punch before the fight starts, and then it'll go off at the earliest frame possible like this. I'm holding down Y, and I'll show you what happens. His little Max going to throw his punch at the earliest frame possible. Here's another strategy you can do with Gabby J, I think, is, let's try another one. This is more advanced. This time we're going to hold up to manipulate his guard. We're going to punch him stomach 5 times this time. Actually, it didn't work. I was trying to do one to see if it would work or not. I want to show the buffer you can do after you hit the 5 punches. That can help you hit the counter, but you don't have to use the buffer. It's easy to do even without the buffer, but with the buffer, it can be easy. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to do a left quick dodge, then you want to hit rather ZR, ZL, L, or R on your, if you're using a Pro controller. You don't have to, you can hit those to help you memorize the buffer timing, because you have to at least wait a split second after you do the quick dodge. If you use a quick dodge and you punch him right away, if you do extremely quick dodge, it won't work. So after you do this, you hold the button after you pause. then do your buffer. 6.30 is what you should get 100% of the time. I got 6.28 because I was a little bit faster the other time. Let's go over the whole thing without pausing. So you see what it's like when you speedrun Gabby J all the way through. Of course, you have to pause using a trick. And I'm not going to do the counterpunch buffer. I'm just going to do the DZ buffer. And it's a 6.39. That's still a pretty fast time. And that's all you want to do is speedrun the first opponent of the game, Gabby J. Very simple. If you have any questions about the speedrun with Gabby J, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'm glad to answer it for you. Okay, everybody, that was it. I hope that's helpful and have a good one.